Alright, here's a basic tutorial on slabbing. Here is a triangle, and on it I have marked with a white Sharpie paint pen every about ½ inch or so, and my center line. For demonstration purposes, that's about how far you want to go between each flake. The center line is so I don't go over. Now, my tip I use is hammered copper. I hammer it out like a small screwdriver, and I'll leave the very tip flat. Now, if you were going to use this is an Ishii standard 21 inch, but I'm going to use it like a hand flaker. When you hand flake, you want to not only use your wrist, but maybe you want to use your knee too. Now I'm going to line this up, and when I hit, I'm going to put my tip right about here, just above that dot, right between the middle line and there for my first flake. And you're going to go, you want your flakes to travel about to the center of each one. So the first flake, and notice my angle here, okay? If I can hold this still. Get the first one going. Because, of course, your tip, usually you're going to lose your tip. I haven't yet, thankfully. The first couple. Again, I'm going right above that dot. And like if you're hand flaking, you push with this knee. See, let me back up a little. I put it here, and watch my knee, and watch how my wrist doesn't bend. If you're hitting it with your flaker like this, it's going to skip off and you're going to get a shallow. You want to hit it going kind of into, boom. You can get big, powerful flakes that way. If you've got an Ishii, you start with it, I'll bend it, right, and I'll put it on there, and then I'll push pressure with my knee, and I'll let this go the same time my knee follows through. And that'll drive, I can drive flakes like this with an Ishii. But if you're hand flaking, get it on there, boom. And you can see the flakes that it's taking are pretty big. But I always start on one side, I go 2 or 3 in, and then I do the other side. So I'll finish up this side real quick, let you see what it looks like. Damn. Some slick Obsidian. I'm doing this without abrading, so the dots are there, so it's a little slicker. I'll use a stone. If you're going to abrade your edge, go down. Don't go too crazy on it on slabs like you would from a spall, or you'll get more hinges, it seems. But if you drive your flakes, boom, across, see that one almost goes all the way across. You can stack your other side, boom. See, goes right across. But if you use your knee, like I am here, you'll save your wrist big time. Also, it doesn't hurt to use Tiger Balm or Dragon Balm at the end of a day of napping on your wrist and forehand, in the back of your hand. See, that's this side. Let me see if I can get it to focus a little better. So far, that's how you line them up. And then from there, these little deltas that you have, your zigs, after you get your other side done, you go another time, but you make your angle steeper. Instead of going like this, I'm going to angle in more and just flake those off pretty shallow. And those, I don't use the groove. I put it over the pad kind of to snuff the flake. And when you're holding the pad, you want your pressure to be even across the whole thing, and you want just enough pressure to hold the piece. You don't really want to be pushing in on it, especially over your channel if you're using a channeled hand pad, or you're going to snap your piece. That's basically it. Once you go over this section to knock that down, you can get some pretty nice little deltas, and it doesn't really hinge. And if it does, you just knock it off when you do your second round. That's it. Thanks for watching.